Unfortunately, none of us here have the worst trade-in for a system.
Fortunately.
This belongs to our good friend Matt. Miss you, man. I'm sorry again you had to deal with this. But he gets an Xbox 360 and now this was a return, not a trade-in, but similar because we still have to do the same checklist. Old boy rolls in, brand new 360, drops it on the counter. It's in the box and everything. Matt immediately notices a whiff of some butt cheese. So he's hesitant. He doesn't know if the man just crop dusted him. He doesn't know yet. He's gonna give him a chance. He was also a store manager immediately because he was like, what the fuck do I do? Man told him honestly, look, man, my son, my 4-year-old son, opened the disc tray. He thought it was his porta potty and he shit.
When did this happen? No.
This happened when Seth was still store manager and I was third key. So immediately Matt's like, no. And the guy's like, I left it in the box. I wrapped it in like a couple bags. I know you don't want to touch it. He's like, man, I gotta touch it if you're trying to return it, but I don't even know if we returned that. And then he called, Iberia store, because his brother who had hired me had been working for a lot longer and knew what we could do. We returned it for him. I just cut to that chase. This guy was honest with us and didn't let us just reach our hands in there. Well, Matt reach his hands in there. But I shit you not.
Shit me not?
I shit you not.
Shit me not, man. What's up?
Matt ejected that tray and it was like one of the circles of hell in there. It was just gunked inside, which leads the question, why didn't he clean it? Why did he just close it?
I was gonna say, why didn't he
just let the sun
just left it in there and it's like, okay, well, look,
yeah, and it was nasty. He said it was dripping on his counter, so you can kind of guess.
Oh, so it was hot. It was fresh.
It was hot dookie.
So it was like an ice cream parlor. You hit the lever down and it just came out hot and fresh.
Imagine it hits like a hot sidewalk and melts a little bit. So he's got this on his counter and he's got the system. Seth tells him just give him another system, no returning it. We call the DM and the DM legit take a picture, throw that shit in the dumpster. Just throw it in the dumpster. Now this was like, wait, are you serious? And they were like, yes. So he had to go in the back and then he had to whack it 2 or 3 times to make sure it was completely broken and then throw it in the dumpster. And he said every whack a little bit of pee poop just came out. And then
like a sponge.
They just chucked it in the dumpster and they like sanitized the counter, I think, for probably a week straight. But that was the GameStop story for at least a month. Like every conference call, we brought it up. Somebody brought it up. The DM loved it. The regional manager even called him over it. It was just one of those kind of once in a lifetime. You gotta be there.
Now on that note here about conference calls, was South Louisiana the coolest region because we had the most stupid stories about our high volume customer trade-in base? Like, as you're saying that you know this was a brag-worthy story on conference call, so I'm assuming that like nothing cool like this. I say cool, nothing weird like this happens in other regions, maybe, or just yes or no.
It's a yes and a no. We had a lot of interesting scenarios pop up because of basically the South being behind by 15 years in terms of not just intelligence but everything.
Whoa! What you mean? But what you mean by that? The South stupid? What you talking about, boy?
I'm just talking about when it comes to adopting technology, which is why we still have flip phones here. I've done more repairs on flip phones than I have smartphones. People down here don't want to move on, and they don't want to understand that it's not like it used to be. Like, people are growing up, but they're not growing up fast enough. So that's all I mean. It's just like he said, you can't explain to them their shit's broken. I mean, what can I call it besides ignorance? Your system's broken. We can look up the definition for broken. It applies, and you're telling me it's not.